Hello everyone, welcome to this new weekly podcast. Welcome to our channel Le Black Conscience in Europe. A channel that helps you save time in your integration process. A channel that prevents you from making the same mistakes as your fellow black brothers who preceded you in Europe. Today, we are going to talk about learning the language of the host country, which is often one of the first challenges an immigrant must face in Europe. This skill is essential because it allows you, in the first instance, 1. To communicate with the local residents. By mastering the language, it becomes easier to make yourself understood, ask questions, seek help, and make friends with the locals. 2. Secondly, it facilitates your integration by showing the residents and administrative authorities that you respect their culture and are ready to integrate into society. 3. Thirdly, mastering the language makes us more autonomous. It allows you to manage more easily and create your own path. You can search for and find the right information for your situation, move around without getting lost, and find places where you can easily inquire about your situation, etc., without constantly depending on translators or interpreters. 4. Finally, mastering the language is an important asset professionally. Many companies in Europe look for students, apprentices, interns, and employees who can communicate effectively in the country's language. Now that you understand the importance of mastering the language of the host country, it's time to answer the question of where and how to acquire this skill. Here are some programs and resources that European governments offer to support this learning process according to personal needs and preferences. Number 1. Official language courses. They can be offered. Firstly, in integration centers, many European countries have specialized centers that offer free or subsidized language courses for immigrants. For example, in Germany, Integrationskurse are programs designed to teach German and facilitate cultural integration. Secondly, at universities and public schools, some universities and schools offer language courses for adults, sometimes free or at a reduced price for foreign residents. Thirdly, through non-governmental organizations, NGOs like the British Council in the United Kingdom or the Red Cross in France organize language courses to help immigrants. Number 2. Online programs and applications. Applications like Duolingo, Babbel, or Memrise offer online language courses that are accessible at any time. These apps are convenient for those who want to learn at their own pace. Educational platforms like Coursera or edX offer online courses taught by universities, often with a free option. Some of these courses are specially designed for beginners. Specialized websites like Deutsche Academy for German or Franistique for French offer interactive exercises and structured lessons. Number 3. Community language courses. Many cities in Europe have local associations that offer language courses or conversation workshops. These associations often provide a friendly environment where participants can practice the language with other learners and native speakers. Some public libraries also offer free conversation sessions or resources for self-learning, such as books, DVDs, and educational software. Number 4. Language exchange programs. You have, for example, language tandems. These are partnerships where two people with different native languages meet to learn from each other. This can be done in person or online through platforms like Tandem or Conversation Exchange. There are also language cafes. These are events organized in cafes or community centers where people gather to practice different languages in an informal setting. Number 5. Workplace training. Some companies offer language courses to their foreign employees to facilitate their integration and improve communication in the workplace. Some countries also offer professional integration programs, like Sweden's Swedish for Immigrants, which combines language learning with professional training. Number 6. Self-practice. Self-practice is a powerful way to accelerate language learning. You can, for example, watch television, listen to the radio, or read newspapers from the host country. This is an effective method to immerse yourself in the language while familiarizing yourself with the local culture. You can also immerse yourself in daily life by engaging in local activities, clubs, or associations, and by interacting daily with native speakers. However, despite these aids, learning can be difficult. Many Black people neglect this important aspect due to 1. The language barrier. Learning a new language can be difficult, and sometimes Black people may find it discouraging. 2. Lack of time. The majority of Black people in Europe are often very busy trying to settle in their new country, such as quickly finding a job, spending most of their days with the wrong company, which can limit their available time to calmly learn a new language. 3. A sense of isolation. Being in a country where you have to practically start your life over, and even worse, having difficulty speaking the language can generate a sense of isolation and frustration. Some Black people, upon arriving in Europe, sometimes have trouble overcoming this and prefer to stay alone without wanting to do anything. 4. Lack of information. Some Black people often think they don't have access to educational resources or foreign language courses, but that's not true. Hundreds of organizations offer free or very low-cost integration language courses. 5. Finally, illiteracy. Many Black people often find themselves unable to read or write when they arrive in Europe and sometimes feel ashamed to present themselves as they are. And some are even unaware that there are language courses adapted to their situation. In any case, whatever your obstacle, keep in mind that learning another language is not easy. Be patient, don't get discouraged if you encounter difficulties, and don't be ashamed of making mistakes. The key is to practice regularly and immerse yourself as much as possible in the target language. Don't hesitate to always carry a pocket dictionary with you. That's all for this week, dear Black Conscience in Europe. If this podcast has helped you in any way, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. It helps rank the podcast and encourages me for the future. See you soon.